Yo, rewind time, JC, bring it back to the time when the song has some meaning to it. 9 in the morning, waking up yawning, you hear the same track, you get that feeling back. With hip-hop rocks, we get the feeling for that. Hot beat, sick rhyme, fiending for that. But the music ain't the same now, it's all about the fame now. So gather up the crew, blue, it's time to bring it back. We got the good new music moving, say something soothing to get baby moving. Tooing, Grand Wanye and Hard Blue with your boy JB, the beginning of the movement. Remind these people, it ain't all about the jewelry. Remind these people, it ain't all about the new wig bag. Never mind that fake ash, give it that track so I can get the feeling back. When you can play the same song every season, when every verse, every time had a reason. It's about time we can get that feeling back. JC, let's start with this track. Rewind time, JC, bring it back to the time when the song has some meaning to it. 9 in the morning, waking up yawning, you hear the same track, you get that feeling back. With hip-hop rocks, we get the feeling for that. Hot beat, sick rhyme, fiending for that. But the music ain't the same now, it's all about the fame now. So gather up the crew, blue, it's time to bring it back. We got that good new music moving, say something soothing to get baby moving. Tooing, Grand Wanye and Hard Blue with your boy JB, the beginning of the movement. Remind these people, it ain't all about the jewelry. Remind these people, it ain't all about the new wig bag. Never mind that fake ash, give it that track so I can get that feeling back. When you can play the same song every season, when every verse, every time had a reason. It's about time we can get that feeling back. JC, let's start with this track.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Mailroom Show. Yo, my job to introduce the crew. Let's do it real quick. Yo, we got Rollo. We got my guy, JB the 10. Let's go. And I'm your chef. Hey Biz, we getting ready to go tonight. Per usual. Let's get it in. Yo. Hello. What up?
Going on, fellas?
Yo.
Going on, fellas?
What up, yo? What's
Good
going on,
evening.
man?
Let me be the first to welcome back our brother Tate Busy. Welcome back, Busy.
Oh man, thank you.
Welcome back, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Welcome back, brother.
Yeah,
That's what's
appreciate it.
up, brother.
I was.
We are whole again. We are. If
Yeah,
this feels
we are one.
This feels a lot better.
Yeah.
Me and Jay held it down. Me and Jay held it down last week, but this feels better.
Hey man, hey! I appreciate the love, man. Yo, for those of y'all that didn't know, man, last week I was in the hospital. Had a little bit of food poisoning, and so I wasn't feeling too well over the weekend, and a little bit at the beginning of the week too. But thanks be to God, as they say in the church. Thanks be to God. We are here today in the beauty of holiness.
Can I get an amen?
Amen and amen.
Can I get an amen again?
Amen. Amen. In the book of John, since you're here, in the book of John, turn to the book of John, chapter number. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to do it. I don't want to hurt you with it. I don't want to hurt you with the word. No, but I'm glad to be back, man. I'm glad to be back, man. I appreciate it. I love y'all, man. Some people that reached out to me that kind of knew whatever. Thank you for the love. I really do appreciate it for sure, man. But before we get started, man, I want to do something with y'all real quick, man.
Okay.
Got a little brain teaser for you guys, man. Okay. A little brain teaser, man. I don't know if you got a pen and pad near you or your calculator on your phone or whatever you want to use, man. I want y'all to do something with me. And people at the crib, if you all the mail carriers, if y'all in the building, man, put a 1 in the chat if you're in the building. I know it's a little early for some, you know what I'm saying? But all right. So we're gonna do this real quick, man. All right. So
calculator. Right.
Yeah. So okay. So this is what I want y'all to do, all right? And then I'm gonna turn it over to you, Rollo. So pick any number between 1 and 100. Just write it down. Any number. All right.
Okay.
Pick any number, write it down. All right. Now I want you to double that number. Okay. All right.
So you gotta know math. I got you.
Yeah. You gotta
know math.
Know a little bit of math. All right.
All right. Okay.
All right. So, all right. Now take that number and add 10 to it. So add 10 to that number that you came up with. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that number that you came up with, divided by 2, cut it in half.
Okay.
All right. All right. Now the original number that you picked, I want you to subtract that from the number that you got right now.
All right. Original number. Okay.
The original number that you picked, the original number subtracted from the number you came up with. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Got it? All right. Mm-hmm. Now this is the thing. Everybody answer is 5.
I knew you was about to say that. I think I heard it. I think I seen this. I think I heard it.
Everybody answer is 5.
I think I heard it. I was like, he's about to say 5. I want to.
That's called systematic mathematics, right there, baby.
Yeah.
I got you.
You can do this. You can do this to any number.
Because it's really about the variables you use.
It's the variable of how you did it. Yeah, it's the variable. So you can do it with any number. You can pick. It don't matter if you pick 100. You can pick 37. You can pick 41. It doesn't matter. If you use that method, your answer will always come out as 5. Man, that's the important. That now I did that for a reason, because this actual operation that we just went through kind of goes with the show. Watch, you'll see. You'll see. You will see.
Okay.
It kind of goes with the show.
That boy comes back. That boy comes back and immediately
back like it.
He comes back and immediately puts us on our toes. That's the only thing he take and do. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, man. I haven't watched this much women's basketball in a long time. These women are out of control.
They hoop.
They're crazy, man.
These women are hooping, man. Shout out to just the entire NCAA women's basketball, man. They just been hooping. Like I'm talking about
tournament's been very entertaining, bro.
Yeah. From the beginning of the tournament all the way to the championship game today, man. Just shout out to just women's basketball, bro. Like this is the most I've watched it in a while, and it's been really exciting, man. So just shout out the game.
Let me show them some more love, man. Show them love. Yeah. The LSU Iowa game is lit right now.
Because I'm multitasking right now. I got the game on the app on my phone while I'm doing the show. I can't hold y'all. So if y'all see me looking down every now and then, y'all can yell at me or something. But I'm just like, it's been exciting, man. But y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to the mail carriers in the building for the live show. Thank you to all of our subscribers and everybody that's following us on all platforms, man. As always, you know we love and appreciate you. It's great to have our boy Busy back. The Trinity is one again, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get it popping. Y'all know what it is, man. We have come together once again for conversation and camaraderie, discussing topics that are so relevant to men and women in society today. It's good to have both of my brothers back, all three of us back, and y'all know how it is, man. We've been doing this for a minute. We getting used to this podcast and things, so this is like clockwork. And now we just love interacting. We just love interacting with each other, interacting with y'all, man. And y'all know I'll say it every week, but we got a pretty good show today, man. Should start some good conversation, some enlightenment, and y'all know how we do, man. With that being said, as we embark on another round table that has turned into the Mailroom show, let us never ever forget, my brothers and mail carriers, the foundation that is our Trinity. Let's go.
Salud, baby. This dude JB purposely put his engraved glass in the camera just to let us know it's engraved.
Just to let us know he got engraved. Just to let us know he got engraved glasses.
The level of vanity is real right now.
Every time. He has
the level of vanity is so real, dog.
He has copyright everything, bro.
I love it though.
He has engraved glasses.
He
knows.
He is who he is, man. It is. You can't stop.
A hat. It's just, it's just the B right now, man.
Yeah.
It's all me.
We're gonna go ahead and get into topic one, fellas. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right. First topic on the Mailroom show today. We on 7. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
07.
Woo. All right. We pushing, man. First topic of the day. I think this is a pretty good one. As adults, fellas, does family opinion still matter about as far as who you date? Does family opinion still matter about who you date?
You want me to kick it off, or
go ahead, kick it off, Busy, man. Welcome back.
All right. To answer the question directly, I'm going to say yes. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. And
really?
Yeah. And the reason why is because, again, that's one of the variables that we leave out in dating. We leave it out. So that lets us know that we don't value it. So how I'm thinking about it this way. If I'm supposed to be able to have a family of my own, but I don't value my own family that I'm in enough to be like, hey, this is who I'm dating. Especially if it gets to a place where it has the potential to have longevity, right? And you're dating this person, but now it's getting close to the part where you're actually like considering this person a part of your life. Because that's one of the most important things you can do as an adult is pick your mate. Like outside of your career and all this other stuff, that the things that allow you to be able to operate in society. The most important thing you can do in your personal life is choose choose the woman or man and women who are dating, the man and woman of your life for the longevity of it. That's one of the most important decisions you can make in your personal life, if that's what you want. And so if I want that, and I'm gaining and I'm gearing towards it, then and I'm serious about it, then that person, ultimately you're going to be marrying into each other's family. So, you know what I'm saying? So whoever the person's family is, you're going to need some type of insight about it. Because especially if you're going to have long-term longevity, you know what I'm saying? We grown. We talk about going towards that road of marriage if you want to get that, because some women and men do want that. Mm-hmm. And if you want that, then I don't see what the harm of the opinion of a family member is, especially if you have a family that's close like that. If you have a family that's close that actually have contributed some real value into your life, then yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's just their opinion about it. It's still your decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The opinion is just the opinion. Like, I don't see what the problem would be.
Is there any
opinion could be wrong? The opinion could be an observation. Their opinion could be based on an observation. It can be based on a fact. I mean, there's some people who would date somebody and don't even realize that somebody in their family dated them before, and then they bring them to the cookout. You like, oh dang, I know her or I know him. You know, hey, you see what I'm saying? Like, you might be able to dodge a bullet. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But just to sure go up, because at the end of the day, the thing about it is that the dating. But all right, I go. I'm gonna save a little bit of this.
But let me ask you this, Busy. Is there? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. You good?
Is there any gap in the amount of how much the opinion matter from, like, say, your teenage years, young adult years to, you know, a little bit older, kind of like our age? Is there any gap in the opinion as far as, like, you know what, if I like this person, that's all that matters. Is there any gap?
But the gap closes based on experience too. So it's like,
okay,
this is about adults. Like, I'm pretty sure adults have some type of experience in dating somebody, right? So yeah, when you're younger, you don't have the experience. So a lot of times the opinion, it should matter, especially if you got a mother and a father. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this young man coming to my house to date my daughter? And she's 15, 16 years old, talking about dating. Hold on. Who are you? Right? I mean, like, there has to be some type of structure.
Yeah.
There is no structure. Listen, that's the problem. That's another variable. There is no structure in dating like this.
I feel you on that one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The structure is missing. Mm-hmm. We just do whatever. And even and then what happens is, when you practice that younger, what happens is it trickles down and spills over into your adulthood. And then you replicate the same thing you did in your youth when you were a teenager. You do it in your young adult years and older adult years. Mm-hmm. And this doesn't matter if you was in a relationship and it broke up. When you break up with the person, you revert back to what you used to do. All of that is because of no structure. Mm-hmm. So if you don't value, if I'm your father, right, my daughter don't value my opinion about a young man that she wants to date, we got a problem. We got bigger problems than this guy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we got real problems. You know,
and I asked that too, because just me and my personal thoughts and feelings about this. When I was younger, just even who I thought about dating, I thought about my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a tunnel vision of who I even was considering an option. But when I got older, that's why I asked you that question. That's when I got older, it was like, okay, I am who I am. You know, I'm an adult now. So as far as like what I would, the type of women I would approach, the type of women I would show interest in, it broadened up, because the opinion of my family lessened a little bit. But I will tell you this: as soon as I thought I was maybe getting serious, I thought about my mama and my sister.
See,
because they are two women that do not play about me.
Right. Okay.
Like, my mama's the sweetest person in the world, but my sister, especially my sister, I really gotta give her. My sister does not play when it comes to me, and she will sense anything, even if I don't see it or feel it.
Yeah.
Like, she will
give
give me that side eye, like, bruh.
Okay, let me stop you for. Let me interject real quick right there. See that? See what I'm talking about? There are things that you may not see that she sees. Just from your example, you don't see it, but she might see it. Now, if you never even present that to her, you would never know.
True.
And you'll be operating in a delusional mindset, not even realize that you're doing it.
Right.
You think you're doing the right thing, being the good guy. But you might be doing it to someone that don't really value the good that you might have. They only value it only when it benefits them. They don't value it as a part of their life or whatever. Yeah. Now, that's just an example. For instance, now if you saying your sister and your mom is like that, then they might know something that you don't know. I think that the only reason why I say yes is because, again, it's just about the opinion of them. And if your family opinion doesn't matter to you, then you have a different problem. Because it should, I believe it should. But if it doesn't, again, the decision is still yours. If your mind is made up to do what you're going to do anyway, then it don't even matter. It shouldn't matter if you bring them around the peoples or not.
It's not going to matter anyway.
If your mind is made up. But if you're actually want this opinion because you're really considering getting serious with this person, then you want to be able to go to someone that has some good sound advice. And your family, if this is, again, longevity talking about, they're going to be a part of your family. Especially you get married. You're married into each other's family. And for me not to be able to meet your family or you don't see my family or I don't talk about my family to this person that's going to be in my life and my family is in my life. Like we going backwards. Now we starting off kind of wrong on that. And what's going to happen is it's going to show itself as it continues on. You will start seeing it. You'll be like, dang, I wish I could talk to this person, that person. But your family is right there. Now, again, personal feelings aside from your family, you might have a bad experience with your family. Okay, I understand. That's certain people in your family, cousins, aunties, whatever. But I'm talking about your family member. That person that person that you're dating. If you got issues with your family and this person is dating you, then that's going to be an issue for that person too if you're talking long term. Because those people are going to be a part of your life in some capacity, unless you completely sever the ties. But they're going to be a part of your life in some capacity, unless you do that. And that person's they're going to be affected by it at some point because they're with you. So this is the interchanging of the lives that happen when you get serious with somebody. You get that's just the way it goes. You know,
where you went with it, Jake?
So
yeah, no, I totally agree, man. All I could do is really just elaborate on what he already said, because I agree about everything he said though. Like, if your family matters to you, then that's the part of your inner circle. So anybody that you want close to you, you should go by the comments or the opinions of your inner circle. You know what I'm saying? First of all, your inner circle should be true anyway. We ain't talking about fake friends, and we ain't talking about you know what I'm saying, the you know what I'm saying, the cousin that just hypes you up all the time. We ain't talking about that. We talking about like you know what I'm saying, family members, a core family that actually care about you and your well-being, like that. I ain't talking about like in and out family. People have all types of family statuses, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if I was talking about me, I have a very tight knit 1950 black and white family. That's the type I come from. You know what I'm saying? Don't like everything they say, but everybody know everything, and that's just that. It's just that way because everybody just cares. That's the original point. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's in everybody's business too. So you probably got an auntie that probably does too much, and an uncle that talk too much. Everybody got that. But the core idea of the family that I come from is really just to care of everybody else. That's why everybody else stay in contact, want to know about each other, that type of thing. So I represent my family a lot. I'm close to my family. So if I wanted somebody in my life like that, I would love to take that opinion. You know what I'm saying? I've had those opinions happen on my ex relationship, and I overlooked it. And they was right about it, because I did you want, because it's the care of somebody looking from an outside view. Friends can do this too. If you was like a true friend, you will see from the outside because they know you. They know you at least long enough. They know you. You know what I'm saying? Like year friend. I'm talking about like best friend years type thing. You know what I'm saying? So family members, of course, know you all your life. So it's like if you're like that, then it's like, yeah, you want, because they have this outside look. And once they, see this outside look, since they know you and care about you, if you know that, it's a good place it's coming from. Yeah, I would definitely take that. You know what I'm saying? Because they see stuff. Because when we get emotions involved, sometimes things miss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if somebody was caring for you, or if they was looking out for you, they would see it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, or they'll see what you're compatible with because they know you. You know what I'm saying? And you might miss something because you ride an emotional roller coaster. So those opinions, yeah, that matters. If your family matters to you, then yes, I would say, yeah, that opinion matters. Like, seriously, like it really does.
What aspect does the? Go ahead, Biz.
No, I was just going to say that I think that when it comes to dating, there is an aspect of dating that we don't often talk about, and it's a very I'm just gonna bring this part out. There's an aspect of dating that kind of conditions us to man. Oh, from Taiwan. Much love, man. Was that Ghost?
Yeah.
It
could be.
Shout out to
Manimal.
Shout out to Manimal from Taiwan, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
What's going on, Sean?
There's an aspect of dating here, especially here in the States, here in Western society, that conditions us to accept disconnection from each other. And so, and it shows based on how rapid and serial we date. We just cut things off, right? You disconnect immediately. I don't like that, boom, I go to the next person. I don't like that, boom, go to the, and we just disconnect. And it's an aspect that shows us it conditions us to do this often. So that way we start seeing everything that we don't like instead of the thing that actually interests us in the person. And so whatever we don't like, we will not present it to the fam. Everything we do like about this person, we present it to the fam.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how the fam get to see who you dating. Because you're actually interested in them. But when you serial date and you just date and you're conditioning yourself to practice disconnection from what you're trying to get to. You see what I'm saying? And that's just my observation, man. This is my observation. It causes problems in relationships because you've conditioned yourself for 5, 6, 7, 8 years of your adulthood to date and disconnect and date and disconnect. You find one thing you like about the person, you just hold on to that, but you disconnect to everything else, and then you move on to somebody else, and you date, and then you disconnect, and you just repeat this. And we condition ourselves to do this. I'm guilty of it, y'all.
I think we all been there.
We all been there. Man, listen.
So I'm like,
sometimes it might be unconsciously too.
It's just we practice it because this is the way this is how we choose mates in our Western society. We don't even include family. We don't. Most of the time, especially in other worlds, they look at us like we crazy. Most of the time, those people are picking the mate for them. The family's picking the mate for them. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because that's how intricate the family is. That's how important family is. But we don't value family like that here in the States.
Right.
Dude, all you gotta do is turn on the news. You got your answer right there. So this is where we come up with right. So this is what happens is that when we date somebody and then we do give them to the family's like, you ask fam, what you think, right? What you think about it? Fam like, fam, bam, I mean, they're all right. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't nothing impressive. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen this before. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. You know, it's cool. And then you like, man. But they good. They're a good person. They're like, look, man. This is one thing that they do, though, man. I seen this. Hey, they do this. Da 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 da. You might want to watch out for that. See, again, something you might not see, right? And then because we want to be the leaders and the lords of our own destiny, we date them anyway. We do things that they ain't supposed to, that they don't deserve anyway, and then we wonder why it don't work out.
Oh yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Because you're staying too long with the wrong person. You dating too long with the wrong person. So we condition ourselves to disconnect. This is why nobody know who you're talking to, because you disconnected with everybody. You're not even trying. If you're really trying to connect with someone for a lifelong partnership, then if you're really trying to connect with someone like that, then you shouldn't be serial dating.
Right.
See, this because it conditions you to be disconnected. You find one thing that you don't like. That one thing you don't like, you shut the whole thing down. Then you move on to somebody else that you like, that talk good, and then you find something in common with them. Then you go out on a date with them or whatever, coffee, lunch, dinner, whatever the case may be, hotel, 2023. You feel me? Like, we doing it. We out here doing it, baby. You feel me? And then look, you disconnect with that person. Then you try to find a connection with the person that don't want a connection with you. And then you go to the next person. You're conditioning yourself to embrace disconnection instead of actual connection with someone. Right. We don't even realize we do it. We do this, but we do this all the time. So like, I love what Jay said. If your family mean a lot to you and you value something that they say or have instilled in you, then their opinion should matter to you. It's just their opinion, their observation of it. What harm could it do to get some other perspectives?
I think the only problem
that you claim that you're serious about.
I think the only problem it could present is if you don't want to hear or you already have an idea of what they're gonna say, and that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, if your mind made up, if your mind is made up, and you already you think what they're gonna say,
that's a whole.
But it is what it is.
That's a whole nother situation.
Take the dubs.
If you know you're walking into the fire, if you know you're already walking into the fire, you might not want to take those steps yet. If they're about to meet your family, and you don't want to hear an opinion, you know what I'm saying? Right. So like that's a big step when you take whoever you date to meet your family. That's a huge step.
Oh, it's a large step for me.
And and like Jay, his family is like that. Like, that's how tight they are. You know what I'm saying? That's how tight my family is. So it does depend on also the closeness of your family, but that's a huge thing that you gotta and you put in. If you're not ready to really be with this person, they should not be meeting your family. They shouldn't. They probably shouldn't be meeting your friends either.
Now, even if you have some type of interest, like, even if you may not want them to necessarily physically meet your family, but what would be the harm in even just when you out with your family chilling, you mention it, like, hey, yo, I'm dating this person, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I got this kind of experience with them so far, blah blah blah. Whatever, what you think? Just in conversation. You ain't gotta meet them yet. You know what I'm saying? But just in conversation, like that too. Like by the time you meet the fam, like, you really want to know what the fam think. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just in casual conversation, like, yo, I'm dating this, you know, because their family, especially if your family kind of nosy, because some, you know, black families. I mean, no offense to anybody else who's watching, but the black family is the most nosiest family in America. You know what I'm saying?
They just want to know just to know, though.
They want
just to know. They don't even really.
On with Auntie Shirley and say, "Girl, Keisha's so crazy. Listen to me. She came to me yesterday talking about some boy named Reginald, and I'm saying, this ain't, Reginald. Where you born from, the 1970s? Girl, he crazy.
This ain't like her.
This ain't like her. This ain't that what we do in our family. We don't date Reginalds in our family. We don't date no Reginalds. Like, you know what I'm saying? But just to know. Now watch this. They want to know just to know. They have their own opinion. They'll give you the Holy Ghost filled version of it. the sanctified church version of it. But on the phone, when they talk to somebody else, they done gave them the BET version of
it. Right.
And they're like, yo, this stuff for crazy. That Negro this, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's. I
want to read this. I want to read this comment from Manimal real quick because I think it's kind of tied into a little bit about what you said about what we just kind of said about how other countries view us and how it is in other countries. Because I think this is an interesting. Manimal said, "Facts, true, sad reality, in my opinion, is dating in America is very saturated. More men are going overseas due to the disrespect they get from modern women here in the States." I've been hearing that a lot lately.
Yeah,
I've been hearing that a lot lately.
Passport bros is what they're calling them now.
They're calling them passport bros. But if it's I think that's an interesting statement because it does matter about the treatment you get from these women, and maybe and even more kind of go along with what you said, Tay, about how we're conditioning ourselves just to disconnect, especially today. I think that's happening.
Yeah, like, I mean, just think about it. How many times have you opened the door for a woman or anybody?
Yeah,
and
they don't say nothing. They don't even say thank you
because of it's a disconnection.
Women bumping it.
We talking about human gratitude.
Women bumping into you in places and not saying excuse me is crazy.
Yeah. I'm just the way we treat each other on a human level.
That's definitely a climate.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. It's kind of weird. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
So the opinion of family, but look, when you dating somebody, man, they probably don't even care about how they family think. But like Jay said, he said the key: if you care, if you value it, go ahead and chop it up. What's the harm in it? It's still your decision at the end of the day. It ain't gonna make or break your decision. It might make you think about something. You know what I'm saying? It might make you give you something to look for, look at, pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have your antennas up. Because this is the society we live in. We live in this, like Manimal said, a saturated dating society. It's saturated. Everything is about dating and not about marriage. Everything is about dating, not about courting.
Yeah.
Everything is about it. Everything is about this. Dating, getting to the bag.
Everything is about selfishness.
It's just selfishness.
Selflessness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's selfish rather than selfless. That's the majority of what's going on, man. So yeah, like just having that family, backing like that, it's just more research you doing in the vetting process, to be honest.
Yeah.
That just adds to the vetting process. That's all it is. What you're supposed to be doing.
Right. You know that's a key part of the vetting process. Yeah.
Right. Is the family opinion. I mean, especially again, if you tied to it, if you tied to your family like that, it is what it is. But the problem is people don't want to be wrong and people don't want to be hurt. It still goes back to that. So if your family show you something that you ain't seen yet, you don't want to be wrong about it, so you take defense in it and still do it. Which is retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just retarded. Like,
Hello.
I don't think he's like that. I'm gonna try anyway. And then they was right. You don't ever go back and say they was right though.
But you never go back and say that. You know what? I was right about that. Like,
not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
What happened to Jay?
Yeah,
not gonna do it.
We just didn't work.
Not gonna do it.
We got the blinders. Yeah, we get the blinders. We get them blinders on when we talk about stuff that we really care about. What we really like. We get the blinders on.
Yeah.
So let me read this real quick. Western societies are failing due to social media and women getting too ahead of themselves. That's why more men should be self-aware and red-pilled. Man, I feel you on that. I don't know about the red pill thing, but I agree with yeah, the red pill thing that's a whole nother movement that's actually failing at the moment. To be real, but because people are not being totally honest in that community. But I understand what Manimal was talking about. However, the Western society is failing. I agree with that. It's due to a lot of different variables that we just went through earlier. All right. One of those variables is the fact that we don't value our family's opinion about who we date and who we're actually serious about. We leave them out. We leave the family out. We just do our own thing. And like Jay made it so perfect real quick. He's like, yo, fam was right. You did it anyway. You put that circle in that square.
Right.
And then you tried to jimmy it out. And you realize it's stuck, and you like, dang, I done messed up. can't go back to the fam though. I'm gonna be embarrassed by that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but but it is some social media involved. I think it is also some
social media involved.
Yeah, and women getting ahead of themselves. I don't know about. I think that's like a 60. That's 60 years late. By that, to be honest, that's been going. This is more. It's deeper than social media. You know, it goes. It goes. It stems from where it started in the beginning, and you know. So yeah, hold on. He said, "I am 19. My brothers, I support Red Pill. That's choosing signals to an extent. I understand. Hey, Red Pill is cool, but still, man, you know, have your own mind too. You're 19, you're a young man, you're in Taiwan. Have your own mindset too, man. Build your own, create your own value, build your own
value,
build your own structure for your life, man. You know what I'm saying?
Create your own structure. Yeah. Keep your mind focused on what it needs to be focused on for yourself. Shout out to my brother. That was a good one, man. That was a good. Hey, to sum that up, yeah, family opinion does matter, but the key word is opinion. So it should and you know, if you care enough about your family, if you care enough about the person that you plan on spending time with and investing in and building with, your family should be aware and they should be able to get a feel for both of you, get a feel for how y'all mesh, get a feel for, is this person right for you? You know what I mean? And if your family is tight knit, they're gonna expect to meet the person that you spending all this time with and investing in. So yes, family opinion. I don't care how old you are. The older you get, it probably matters more because that's when hopefully that's when you getting with whoever meets your family is the potential of you settling down and y'all making a life together. So yeah, opinion definitely does matter, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. Shout out to everybody that commented on that chat. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, Q&A. Like I said, like I've been saying for the last 7 weeks, Q&A, we're doing it different this season. Last season, we waited to the end of the show. Now what you could do is put any Q&A question in the comments throughout the entire show. Make sure in the comments you put Q&A so we can start and we will address it at the end of the show. It could be about the topics today. It could be about topics from previous shows. If you just have a question for any of the bros on the panel, no matter what it is, go ahead and put it in the comments and we're going to hit that Q&A portion at the end of the show, man. Y'all feel that? All right, man. Shout out to my brother. That was a good one, bro. We're going to move on to topic two. It's a good one, y'all. Should there be a hierarchy in values when it comes to relationships? Ooh, should there? That's loaded. That is
loaded, man.
That's loaded, bro.
I just ate.
Jay, start us off with that one, my guy. Should there be a hierarchy in values when it comes to relationship?
I don't think I want to start that off, man.
You don't want to start that? But you got to. We asking you to.
What do you mean by hierarchy and values?
The people want to hear you.
What do you mean? What we mean by hierarchy?
What do you mean by it?
Is any one person's values in a relationship, do they rank higher? Is it more valuable? Is it more important than your mate at any point?
Should it be a hierarchy of? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not sure actually. So if we're talking about if you know, I have certain values and my partner has certain values, my girl has certain values.
Right.
Does one overrank the other? Is that what we're saying? No, I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? I put it more on the values itself.
Good point.
Not the hierarchy on them. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about, you know, if the values are actually some grounded values, then I should respect them just as equally as her respected mine. If they make sense to me, if they make sense, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's just, you know, if it's for the production, you know what I'm saying, and the selflessness and they got some humility on it, then I'm cool with it as far as the values are concerned. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it should be a hierarchy on it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to hear different opinions on that, but I wouldn't think so. I think they should be even. That's my short answer.
I hear what you're saying. Like my answer to the question is no, there shouldn't be. But I think it could be situational. So like if I'm with somebody and say we get into arguments, and I value communication to get over what we're arguing about, but she might value us taking some she might value what's just kind of staying out each other's space and then slowly kind of coming together after we get into or after we have an argument. So like which one of those values would get to the better result?
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? When I looked at this question, I kind of thought about it as far as the obvious answer to me is no, there shouldn't, because we should both appreciate each other's. But is any one value more important than the other when it comes to certain things? That's what I was thinking about.
That's why I say if the value makes sense. It still go back to what I said though. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, the whole. Okay, see, if I could be personal for a second, I was that type of person that separates. You get on my nerves, I gotta go. I gotta go walk around the corner. I gotta call about. I gotta hang up. I gotta do. You know, I was that type of person for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the lesson was taught to me to communicate it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can take a, you know, actually the lesson was have a balance in it. That's what actually the lesson was for me, to have a balance in it. You know what I'm saying? I take that to vent. I don't want to say what I want to say in the place I'm at, because it might come off wrong, and I might say something wrong, and I might hasten or worsen the situation since I'm up here in my emotions. So I take my time just to chill out. You know what I'm saying? But I can't just like avoid the scenario. You know what I mean? Like, so the balance was there. So in that regard, that's why I say they can't be higher than one or the other, because they both make sense. You know what I'm saying? And just me personally, just saying in that example you just said, they both make sense, but I don't think they topple one another. Yeah, okay. If you know your partner's like that, that's cool. All right. Maybe they need to cool off. But I'm not going to be just like, I'm going to wait till they call me, because that was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, the communication still has its value. You know what I'm saying? The not to be so quick and hasten to reply to certain things you don't like is a good value. So it's like you should have a balance in it. And I don't think there should be a hierarchy to it. But that's just me, though. I don't know. I don't know where you, I don't know how everybody else thinks, but that's me.
I hear you. Where you at, Busy?
I say yes. And
okay.
Yeah, I say yes. The reason why is because let me ask you guys a question. Let me go hypothetical real quick. So if I'm a millionaire, scenario, I'm a millionaire. You guys are my brothers. Y'all know that, right? Yeah. I give both of y'all $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Gifted $1 million, no payback. Don't worry about it. $1 million. How would that make you feel?
Well, personally, it made me feel awesome.
It made you feel awesome. How about you, Jay? How would that make you feel?
Same way. Yeah. Great.
Now, what if I gave y'all $10 million, but I said tomorrow you won't be able to wake up? Would you take the $10 million?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so you value life over money. Yes. So that's a hierarchy. Life is more important than money. The thing is that we don't have mutual hierarchies. Mm-hmm. You want to do things that make sense. Somebody else want to do something that makes them feel good. Mm. So then in a relationship, that's where the clash come in, because there's no mutual hierarchy in the values. They value something a little bit. They value something more that you might value, that might not value. So to Jay's point about the communication part, communicating those values will be important. Mm-hmm. Because it's hard to go to church when you live with a crackhead. Come on, man. Like, crackhead trying to get that TV out that abandoned building down the street.
I did not see that.
Go in there and have, I did not see. Give God glory.
I did not see. Oh yeah, I was deer headlights with that joke, but dang. Okay,
you could not go to church with a crackhead.
You probably there's two. Dude, the values is different.
You shouldn't.
Right, so there's no
unless they want to be saved. Like,
if they want to, they better come to church with me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rollo, you better get dipped. Dip on.
That's real.
But what I'm saying is that everyone values something more than the other thing. So that's where the hierarchy come into play. Some people value safety over hanging out at a concert. No, entertainment. That's a good feeling. It's a vain feeling, but it's a good feeling. right? You're around people, you this, that, all that. Some people enjoy safety more, so they just watch it on TV at home because they value safety more than they value hanging out with a crowd of 3,000-4,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
You have a certain group of people that's like, you know what? I'm not too concerned about the safety part. I just want to have a good time. But they are, but if you notice, they still show concern of safety because they bring a group. They bring other people with them. They do it in a group. They do it in a group setting. So if I'm gonna go to some people can go by themselves because they cool with it, but some people they have to have a group because they want to feel safe. They want to feel like I'm good. If something pop off, I got somebody to have my back because it's 3,000 people around here that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Especially women, they go out in groups all the time. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that there has to be a mutual hierarchy to me in values because if we both value things that are meaningful and we have a mutual value in that in our relationship, then when something comes up with some type of discourse or some type of anything come up where it might be okay, we need to make a decision about something. At least I can give myself a better shot at this obstacle. We can face it together at a better shot because we have mutual values. This is one of the reasons why when we talk, even when we talk amongst ourselves, one of the reasons why we bring up certain things like, man, we talk about travel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women just love to travel. They love to travel. They love Beyonce. They will not pay their rent to go to Beyonce concert. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do all that.
That's
you know
what I'm
saying? And so, but that's they value that more than. I mean, one of the examples I saw on the internet, not too long ago, was a young man that him and his wife, they talked about saving money for their house, and she was all good with it. Now he made more money than her, but so most of that money that they saved was his. But she contributed like about $700, $800, something like that. But it was a lot. It was like 5 figures saved. She wanted to go to Beyonce concert, and she asked him to pull the money out. Beyonce concerts is no less than $1,500 regular.
Wow.
That's nosebleed. Regular seats. Ain't nothing lower than the 15. Ain't nothing lower than 1,000. I don't think. Right?
No.
She wanted to take that money. He like, yo, we talked about getting a house. We talking about his value was in his family, his this, that. Her value was in Beyonce, entertainment, feeling good, hanging out with the girls. And she had copped the whole attitude with the man and decided to leave him because he wouldn't let her get, that ain't fair. You being abusive. You're not letting me get the money I wanted to see Beyonce. When he has a goal to get, he said, you want to get married? I married you, right? Yes. Okay. You want a house, right? This is what we're working towards. We talked about this. Communication. We talked about it, but because her value is in something that's shallow and vain, and his value is in something that has long-term longevity, security, they start clashing, and then what happens? Again, disconnection. Here goes another variable. You're in a relationship. No, I agree with when you said one person's value shouldn't be higher than the other. That's why it should be mutual. You're in a relationship.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
It's supposed to be togetherness. This is the problem. We condition ourselves to disconnect all the time. We don't talk about this enough. I'm guilty of it, man. We don't talk about this. We get in relationships and we have our own value system and we want somebody to adopt ours instead of having a mutual value system where we can have something like, okay, we know that if this comes up, that we're going to be together on this. We're going to be together on this. We're going to be together on this because we have communicated already that we're going to be together. And it's been tested. Because if a friendship or relationship or any type of ship that has not been tested, it can't be trusted.
I believe it. Yeah, that's real.
You see what I'm saying? So the test is going to come in your relationship to see if these values are really what you say they are.
That's why all these friends be that bull, man.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I say
everybody friends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody friends. You my friend. This is my friend.
Everybody so in that instance with the example you just gave, Tay. Now obviously it sounds like yeah, she don't value them getting a house, or she don't value them moving forward. Was it, if it's a situation where, okay, we done already, I know we have the money now. Like say at that point she wanted to go to the concert, she kind of looked at it and said, okay, we getting up there, we got the money. Even if I take this, I could put it back. Is that still like not valuing them moving into a house? Is it still like just her?
Yes.
Or because she had the mindset like, you know what, bro, I'm looking at it. We still gonna be able to move. We still gonna be able to do our thing. This is like a once in a lifetime thing. I'm gonna go and enjoy myself, but I know it's not gonna kill us. So that's still not valuing them moving forward because she want to do that one thing.
Yes, because you need to save at least 1/3 of any house you're trying to buy. This is buy house 101. And if a house, whatever house if you're trying to purchase a house, you should save at least 1/3 of the value of that house. You should save it for down payment, for concessions, for any unexpected things, for inspections. It's expensive to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every dollar, every cent matters. In a situation like that, every cent matters. You can't even build a house. You can't build a house unless you count up the cost.
That is true. But not only that, though. It had nothing to do with him. All you said, Rob, in that example that you just made was all of what she felt.
Mm-hmm.
See, what Tay was talking about, we was on different sides of the fence about this hierarchy thing. And I actually agree with what he was talking about as far as the mutuality of it. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So would she come to him about that? Would they sit and talk about that scenario? Or if she just having all these thoughts in her own head? See, if she was having all those thoughts in her own head, that's her own hierarchy, and it still doesn't work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it was a mutual thing, it would have been talked about before any type of action.
Yeah, like her, like did she?
Then
that
would have made it a mutual thing.
So, like,
you know what I'm saying?
If she would have went to him first, and said, "Babe, can I get this 700 so I go to this?"
But that's what she wanted.
Yeah, okay.
But see, but the thing about it is that if you understood the value, if you had the mutual value and respected it, you wouldn't even ask in the first place because you know you can't really afford to do it.
Say that
but the fact that you want to dip into the house money is the issue on the financial part.
Yeah, that's the main.
Yeah, that's the main part. That's $1,500. Yeah, that's $1,500 to see a person.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it in the gray area. Like if it was a situation where she thought that it would be okay because it would still help them get to wherever they got to get to with this one thing. But I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's still what she thought.
Yeah, that's why she went up to him. Like, yo,
it's still what she thought.
I would love. Hey, I know we got a lot of money saved, but you only contributed less.
You only contributed
right. You contributed less than 10% of the savings, and you want to take up more than 10% that you put in to go see Beyonce.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Like that don't even make sense any way you slice it. But because she valued the entertainment, the vanity, the concert, the beyond her, the image of her, and whatever it is, because of what she want to do, she came to him like, "Yo, can I?" Because this was like a viral thing. It got blasted. I mean, their relationship was in jeopardy, all because she couldn't get what she wanted on a mutual level. That is the thing. She disconnected from her husband. Just because she could not get what she wanted. And she said it wasn't fair, and my money is in there too. Because see, when you're married, yours is mine and mine is yours. But when you're married with a prenup, you start moving differently. I'm just gonna leave that right there.
Leave it right there, busy.
I ain't even gonna dive on that.
You're on fire today, my boy, but don't dive that deep today.
It's your first day. I just got out the hospittal last week. I'm trying to go back in. I'm good.
I don't want you to go back.
I don't want to go. Hey, Jay, I'm going back in the coma, man. I'm going back. I'm going back, Jimmy. No, but even though it was on opposite sides, but both our sides made sense together.
Yeah.
Like it's like there has to be some type of value togetherness in the relationship, so that way there can be some value there, and you gotta practice that value. Because every time there's a situation that comes up and we constantly battling on what you think and what I think, and it's always opposite of each other. We're always having this fight with each other, like this tug of war between values or what we actually care about and value the most. It's like after a while, you'll get tired of doing that. And then you're gonna have to talk about a whole different thing. Like, okay, how come this constantly happens? Are we putting circles in squares? Like, are we? Is it what we're doing? Like, you know, you never know. You might be.
Gotta figure that out.
Gotta figure that out quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sabrina for this one. I'll say thank you for every time a man opens the door for me. Oh, that was back to the other topic. Yes, thank you, Sabrina. We still appreciate the appreciation when we do gentleman-like things, which we should do anyway. So, but we still, it would be okay to say. And if you bump into me at a spot at a lounge, just say excuse me.
Right.
If you bump in, if you see me, if you bump into me in a spot, say excuse me. God damn, ladies, if you see this man right here, and you accidentally bump into me, I didn't accidentally bump into you. You accidentally bump into me. Do not look at me like you did that. Like I'm happy you did it so I can holler at you. No, you spilled a little bit of my drink. I don't appreciate it.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the real problem, man.
A little bit of your drink.
You seen that level go over that glass. You was like, this mother.
Hey, Jay, why you just say that? Jay.
Oh,
Jay, let me ask you something, bro. Jay, hold on. This for both of y'all. Why y'all just say that like we've been best friends for like 12 years? Like y'all
kind of do though.
That's part. You know that's part of the reason why I be mad when I get
put 15 cents on the ground. What's wrong with you? Better look that up.
15 cents just came out my drink
just like come on now. Just like you know what I mean?
Well, no, thank you, Sabrina. Yeah, just say thank you. It's not that.
That's what's up.
My bad. I didn't mean to hit that.
But that was actually cool because like that was
funny.
Like, man, shout out to
drink came out like it's like
and you know they pouring a little bit less nowadays, or they charge you more.
You dog.
So I can't afford not one drop to come out my drink.
You can't, man. It's an inflation.
It's an inflation, bro. They pouring less, bro.
Yeah, it's an inflation.
They giving you smaller glasses and shit. Come on, man.
And then look at every time they pour, their hands shaking like this. Their hands shake like this here, and then
I'm serious, Sean. They pouring less and charging more.
Oh, he's serious for real.
And they giving you these smaller glasses because they want you to come back and stand in line for another 15 minutes.
Hey Jay, he about to call HR on these clubs, man. He about to call HR on Jay. Are y'all serious?
Oh my God!
With these children. And then all of a sudden, you don't want to pour me my drink?
Come on, man. Funny, dog. Yeah, shout out to my brothers for that discussion, man. Hey, that was some really dope insight. I appreciate y'all.
For sure.
I'm sorry, I went off the cuff for a second.
Oh, he out of there.
It's Jay Frog because he pointed it out. Like you just mad because they pour a little bit of your drink. Yes.
Yeah. That's a Joe Biden shot that he just took.
And then you just say, excuse me.
Nope.
So it's all bad. So ladies, we just say, excuse me, I apologize. And then smile after that so we can know that you're good. Because at the end of the day, we want to know you're good. But thank you to all the Americans, everybody watching the live show. Shout, we got a lot of rules. We got a lot of rules and mandates. You know what I mean? Like just mannerable mandates. Like just be fucking mannerable. Anyway, all right. Shout out to my brothers, everybody in the chat right now. We see y'all. Thank you so much, man. Y'all know what time it is, fellas, man.
Yes, sir.
It is time.
My bad.
What the hell was that?
It was on loop.
We got a lot of feature topics for y'all tonight.
A
We got like 17 feature topics, I guess.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole interview. Y'all sit back.
The whole thing.
A whole another hour to go.
It's a whole
No,
thing.
but y'all know what it is, man. It's time for the feature topic of the week, man. This one's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting.
I can't wait to hear this.
This is gonna be interesting. I personally don't have a lot. I'm gonna let y'all know. I don't have a lot to say about this one because either I don't pay attention. My boys know I don't be paying attention when I'm out looking at people.
Because you're a part of it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Probably. I got a couple things to say about this topic, but I don't have a lot because I don't really be noticing this type of situation. But the feature topic of the week, man, the heyday theory. What is it?
What is it, man?
The heyday theory.
Hey. Yeah, I'm 55 years old, about to turn up with my daughter.
I'm familiar with
my
that.
daughter about to go out. I'm 55.
Me and my daughter. Me and my daughter
about to turn up.
Okay.
She just turned 30, y'all.
Since you said that, I do got a couple.
Oh, now you know. Now you know what we talking about.
Okay, I get it.
Okay,
I get it. So, fellas, please tell our beautiful viewers what the heyday theory is.
Jeremy Brazil. It's on you.
All right. Here we go. All right, so this is the heyday theory, man. Another concept that we came up with. Right. Brought to you by yours truly. I was just thinking about it. And they agreed with me on this. See, the heyday theory, you got to think about your heyday period. Your heyday period is usually when you started the prime of your independence until, probably to your late 20s, 30 maybe. You know what I'm saying? So we talking like 21 to like 30 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You looked a certain way. You felt a certain way. Your whole life was ahead of you. Your attitude was a certain way. You was probably a little bit more probably social. You were more confident because you looked a certain place. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I consider a heyday. Like, you just had everything going on for you. Everybody had a heyday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had that point in their life where they were just like on point. Physically, mentally, you know what I'm saying, socially, career-wise, whatever the case may be. So you probably started your career looking good, you know what I'm saying, you got your thing going on, you're in your heyday. So the heyday theory is, once that is over, once that is over, man, people have a tendency to try to relive it. People have a tendency to try to mentally put themselves back into that place. The reason why is mainly because that was the happiest they were in their life. That was the most generous way of them thinking about yourselves at that time. They liked themselves that. So this is what you get. You get people try to do major workouts to get back to that look. They try to be more spontaneous because it was spontaneous back then. They tried to be more, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to get back into this heyday. You remember how it was at your prime, and you're trying to still live it. Trying to forget about the fact that you're older now. You can't do some of these things anymore. You do not look the same way. You know what I'm saying? And people have a struggle with that. So I call it the heyday theory. Because some people are still stuck in their heyday. Tay actually mentioned this before. Tay actually mentioned about a guy being in the club. He was like 50 years old. He still dressed 20. That is a person stuck in their heyday. Get money. Right? Still stuck in their heyday. You know what I'm saying? You still got to, you know what I mean? I mean, you can look that way. That's fine or whatever. But you're doing it because you were happiest with yourself at that time. And so you try to relive it. You try to emulate it. You try to dress that way. You try to act that way. You try to, you see what I'm saying? You try to relive it, literally relive it. And that's what that heyday theory is. Some people are actually stuck in that place. You know what I'm saying? So you're not, you ever talk to somebody that they had everything going on for themselves, but they still wasn't happy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had everything, but they wasn't happy with themselves. They always had to nitpick on something like, I need to lose a little weight. I'm just not happy with myself. Like, and you're fine though, as far as breathing, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're healthy,
making a career, you're healthy, you're good, you're okay.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But you just not like that. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't like how you were before. So you try to relive it to the point that some people got it bad, to the point that people want to try to present that as themselves still in that prime and another space and time in life when they are. And they want you to believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's really bad. It's a real mind trip. It's real delusional, to be honest. Like, it really is. Because you know, you're not that person.
Is that why mamas are going to clubs and parties with their daughters now?
They're not over it. You know what I'm saying? People, you know, they try to segue into midlife crisis. It's a heyday theory. You still stuck in your prime. And you were the happiness in your prime. You know what I mean?
When I started seeing it, like I might have. It always happened when I approached a girl. That's the only way I found out. Like, hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Who you with? Oh, me and my mom. It's her birthday. I'm like, oh, I just thought that was weird, bro. I'm like, oh, it threw me off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And she the spot you go to, right?
At the club.
She in the spot. She at the club. She ain't at a lounge. She at the club.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You here with your mama, and sometimes it might be a celebration. Sometimes they're just out together, like, oh yeah, we hang like that. I wish I would.
Yeah, man.
Go to a club with my father, turn it up.
Turn it up at Nicky's.
Crazy.
Turn it up at Nicky's,
or what? Like a Diamonds. What was that club in Miami? Dang, it's a popular club in Miami that a lot of people go to. Oh man, Diamond something. I don't know. I can't think of it. My bad.
Yeah, I just thought it was weird, and it's been happening a lot. That's one thing I have noticed as far as this heyday theory. I've noticed that over the last few years. Where you at with it, Busy? I've been seeing that over the last few years.
I think the theory is dope. I think the theory should be inside of the DSM-5, which is the the American Psychological Association book that they take for people that they diagnose clinically with psychiatric issues.
That is very nice of you, though.
It should be called the heyday theory. It should be called the heyday disorder. It should be an HDD. Not high definition.
Just throw out high definition.
Throw high definition out the window here.
I had to leave and come back.
Disorder.
I had to leave and come back real quick because of that shit.
ADTD. Heyday theory disorder.
Right, man. I feel you.
It should be. Listen. What he said is so profound, man. I know we joking about it, but it's very real. Profound. Yo, you're in the second place, ma'am and sir. And y'all need to get out of it. I need to get out. Call George Poole, call that black boy that was in that movie, call him, get them cotton balls in your ears because the white lady just stirring that tea on you. She's stirring that tea and she got you in the thing. She's stirring that tea and you still singing. She's stirring that tea and you still singing. Like you got to get out, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, and it's so crazy because not only do they hang, not only does this happen often, but like they even dress like they still 20. Ma'am, you are 57. Yes, you look good for your age. You look good to be 57, but you're aging like bread, my baby, not like wine. And it is okay.
Shots fired.
Shout out to my wine and to my bread out there. Shout out. Hey, ladies, put a 1 in the chat if you aging like wine. Put a 2 in the chat if you aging like bread.
And be honest about it. Be honest about it.
You better keep it a bean with your.
Be honest about it. If you aging like wine, put a 1. If you aging like bread, put a 2. Come on, now.
Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you aging like wine. I don't see no chats.
I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing in the comments.
Better put a 1 in that chat, girl.
I don't see nothing. It's okay.
Time goes on, man. Everything changes with time. Time goes on. You know what I'm saying? We get older, things evolve, chapters keep going. You know what I'm saying? And for you to be stuck mentally in a chapter in your life that you think that you was the best at, it is a disorder. It is something. There's something wrong with that. You know what I mean? You're at a place that you can't accept change, and that's an issue.
That's
you can't accept
issue,
your own change. Like you have own internal change. Like we change every year. Like we get a year older every time. Like every time. Like it always happens, right? And you can't accept. And you can't.
Yes, it does.
You can't accept that. You know what I'm saying? And so when you see, you can tell when you see somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in that age range of 40, right? You can tell when you see somebody that accepted it and somebody that didn't. You can tell. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be dressing, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. They'll dress skimpier. They'll try to fit into something they shouldn't probably even try to fit in. You know what I'm saying? They try to hang out with certain people that's like younger than them. I've definitely seen that. I've definitely seen women of my age hang out with younger people because they're trying to still emulate this time heyday thing. You know what I'm saying? To still be a part of the group and still be, you know what I'm saying, down for whatever and look a certain. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it really is a disorder. It's something you need to accept yourself for where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? You did it this far. Just keep doing it. Like it makes more sense to you to accept your changes because you can't, you know what I'm saying? I definitely don't look the same. You know what I'm saying? As I did before, but you know what I'm saying, accepted the change though. Like I'm getting older. I have to start thinking differently. I can't even be going to these same places no more, man. I ain't even moving as fast as half of these cats. I'm just not. Like it just is what it is. Now I can work out and exercise and all that. Let that be a thing for your health concern, and let that be a thing for, you know what I'm saying, that's something you want to do on your own personal goal. But not for you're trying to snap back into this whole past reality you think you was at. See, that's a whole different thing. Like I'm not trying to because I liked myself when I was that size. I don't like myself until I get to that size. See, that's a whole different thing to me. And that's not a healthy thing at all.
No, it's not mentally healthy at all. I agree with you, Jay. I think that I'm not trying to be an echo chamber, but I agree. Because the thing about it is that you are seeking a happiness that you graduated from.
Right. Exactly.
Like you've already been there, done that part. There's a new chapter, there's a newness that comes when you get older. But see, the thing about it is that when you get older and then you start realizing that you messed up your 20s and your 30s, then you start regretting things. And then that's why you go to the gym. Because you resent yourself. You're not going to work out. You're not going to work out because you're trying to be healthy. You regret what you did in your 20s and your 30s because you thought you was that bad bitch. You thought I'm a bad bitch. You thought it was a bad bitch for 20 years? You thought you was going to be a bad bitch for 20 years?
Got a longer career than the NBA star now.
No, you going to get older, my baby. My boy, you thought you was going to be a thug from 20 all the way to 52?
And 52.
You still a thug? Man. You still look like you still wearing 4 chains?
Still got Chucks on.
You still got Chucks on? With the white socks outside of the pant leg? Boy, you don't sit down and go see your grandkids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like we out here bold, right, we out here messed up, man. And the thing about it too is that if you don't take the time to work on yourself when you're supposed to, hey, it ain't nothing you can do now that you're 40. You're just gonna have to suck it up and figure out a new way because you think you feel like exercising at 40? I don't know. Nobody feel like doing that jump, man. But you know you got to.
Yeah, you got to.
Let's keep it real. Ain't nobody trying to really get. Oh, I'm so excited to work out. No, people already been skinny. they been small. You don't have the same. See, skinny joy and fat joy is different. There's a
here we
go. Skinny happiness is from it comes from within, right? Fat happiness comes from without. You feel me? You gotta find something to make you happy when you're fat. You can't just wake up happy when you're fat. You know, you gotta find a reason to be happy when you're fat. Skinny happiness wake up like, yo, I'm skinny, I'm happy, I can just get up. I can just tie my shoe easy. When you're fat, tying your shoe is an accomplishment. I want all my fat people to dig deep inside your soul right now and say, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. You can do it. You can tie that shoe. Just build on down in there.
Rob.
And when you tired, you get up with a smile on your face, like I did that.
Resentment.
They go.
Hey, is this heyday? Is this?
I'm gonna get rid of this guy right here. Resentment is one of those things.
That's one of the reasons why they go to the gym. Right. They go to the gym because they resent their 20s and 30s because you know you messed up. And you're like, damn, I'm fatter than what I was yesterday. I gotta get, but I want this. I gotta go. Now you're like, then they go to the gym like this, like, oh, yeah, I'm in the gym, man. Yeah, I gotta get my cardio. My doctor said my cardio messing up. You gotta find a reason to go. See, when you got that's fat joy. That's fat joy. You gotta have fat happiness. If you're big, you know, you got fat reasons. I mean, I'm good. I mean, I take care of myself. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I haven't looked. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? But man, sometimes I don't want to do no sit-ups. What for? All I want to do is sit up and eat my food and watch the show because I've been watching this show for a while. I got a little bit more time on my hand. I ain't got to work. I want to sit up and watch the show.
Hey, what effect?
What network? Where Q&A at, man? What effect? Where Q&A at? Goddammit. Where is Q and A?
You ready to go, Jack? Jay, you ready to go?
God, wait.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man. Hey, theory, you the one that hate theory real. Everybody, that's why. Look, if you notice all the unhappy people. If you notice all the unhappy people at the gym, they record themselves and they share it with everybody.
That is true. That's
real because they're not happy to be there. They want to pretend with you and me to make us think that they happy to be there. If you over 40 and you got braces and you got to do all this stuff you should have did when you was a teenager,
and they comment like, "Go!"
I don't even like
why do I got to be a late bloomer? You know what I'm saying?
I don't even like turning on the phone at the gym. That messes up my focus.
Look at me. Look at me.
That's all they.
I don't even like that shit. Turn on my phone at the gym.
That's all they comments be. Right, you're right. I feel you.
And they on the treadmill like this.
I believe, right? And all they comments be like, "Go, yes."
They be like, "Yes, girl, you can do it. Powerpuff Girl can rescue." You know what I'm saying? You got what it takes.
Hey, has this theory? I'm not messing with y'all today, bro.
Hey man, ain't nothing.
That's real though.
Like joy, dog.
How you smiling? How you smiling on the trail? You about to fuck around and fall off? I don't even get it.
Exactly.
I mean, with the angle up, the angle be up. It be like.
So you can see the hair.
You gonna find out?
Right.
You gonna find out.
You gonna find out.
So you can see the hair.
Yeah. You was about to ask the question.
Has this heyday theory impacted dating in today's society in any way? Because y'all know me, I don't be observing like that. Only, like I said, the main thing that hit me is when I might have
posted. Stop saying that, bro.
Okay, I'll stop saying it.
You didn't turn it.
The main thing.
Oh, he don't listen.
I mean, they writing this down in they mental road. You best believe that. You better believe that right there.
Yeah, let me stop saying I'm not observing. For this topic, because I don't, in this particular episode. When I like only like I said, when I approach women, they hanging out with their mothers. I'm like, okay, I get it. Is this heyday theory? Like, if a man is going to certain places and it's these type of women, is it affecting the dating pool today with these women who living in the past?
It's possible. I think so because of the fact that they are like what Jay said. They're trying to relive a happy period in their time. They want to project that thing onto you at some point, and so it could get difficult. It can get a little tricky.
Right, because they be lying.
and that's another reason why it's difficult.
That's another reason why it's difficult. And then he said that shit and then put his head down. Like, that's it.
Be bullshit. I told you, stop bullshitting. Look, they be lying. Like, the closest somebody gets to their heyday thing, the closer they are, they start to believe in it. And I just said, they start displaying that to you.
Yep.
So all of a sudden they worth more than both of y'all think they are.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. For a fact I can get back to my heyday, now I think I'm much more to myself. So you coming up, all of a sudden she got more value because you're attached to your heyday? I could really look at you and point out some stuff that ain't right. But you think that you attack? See, that's what I mean. That's how it impacts dating. Because you think something more than what you actually are.
Ooh.
It is what it is.
Say it.
It's what it is, man.
not in my patula. Not in my cranium. Oh. Hey, he ain't lying, man. If you feel better about yourself than we both do, then you should date yourself.
You should date
and live on and be as merry as you want to be. You feel?
Yeah, that's real.
I mean, just do your thing. I mean, because listen,
have y'all ever got caught up when y'all met one of these? Have y'all ever got caught up when you met one like she bad and like her energy is still cool? You know that she probably in a different headspace, but like, have you ever met one where the energy was dope and you maybe considered seeing what was up?
I'm trying to think.
Because you don't know. Is sometimes you can run into a situation where you don't know, then that's that theory running with the person. Like sometimes you don't. You probably just think that was just their physical aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? At the moment, they just like to keep up with themselves. But that's why you just shut up and listen, because they will tell you if they ain't their theory or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll go ahead and be like, I gotta. Oh, these tickets coming out. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go get my. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go do the whole little workout. I gotta do. You know, I'm on a schedule. I gotta keep this together. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep. See all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's bull to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's just bull. You know what I'm saying? And it shows itself.
Yeah. If I'm on a date and I'm driving the car and she with me and everything, and then she just randomly showed me a picture of her from 2007 when she was real skinty and beautiful. It was dead silent. We listening to music. Ain't nobody talking about nothing. She was skinty and beautiful. And no one's talking about anything from the past. She just randomly give me this photo like when she was skinty, thick, and beautiful.
I was bad one night.
You might be thinking about some heyday stuff right there. Dog.
I was bad one night.
Look at me when I was oh my God. I was most confident.
Tell me nothing.
They voted me class president.
Oh, here go the caveat, Rob. See, if I get back to this, ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. If I get back to this, ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. You hear me?
If I get back to my Versace days,
that's that bullshit.
Oh, guess what's inside
that bullshit, Jay?
It's nothing in it. Nothing's inside. That's what heyday does. Heyday looks good here. It looks good here, but it ain't fine in here.
Ain't nothing in there.
But the teeth, I got it on. But the teeth is, you know, all you get is the teeth. You don't get nothing else. Jesse Smollett. The U was respect. You don't even get the U no more. Your name is Jesse Smollett.
But that's real, man. You gotta watch out for that, dog. You gotta watch out for it, man. That's not even, and you know, I'm gonna go ahead and make it even real quick before you say that, Rob. I'm gonna make it even. Men do that crap too. You gotta watch out for dudes doing that. Yeah. Dudes do that too, man. Dudes be rocking. They be late in the game. They be rocking early, like they just cool. You know what I'm saying? They still hit you with the same old lame old pimp mode. You know what I'm saying? Be talking to you boys. They still like, boy, if you don't grow up, dog.
All right. Hey, baby girl, let me tell you something real quick, okay? Your name must be Candy, because you look so sweet, baby. Put your number down in that phone right now. Make your life better. I'll make your life better, baby. I'm trying to tell you. Boy, if you don't get that Superfly 1972 game on my face.
For real, man. They do it too. They were stuck in a place, man. True. I can't be friends with somebody like that. I can't be friends with somebody that don't accept themselves, man. I definitely can't date anybody that don't accept their current selves. And you can't accept your current self. That's messed up. I can't date nobody.
That's a mindset I can't rock with. I was going to ask y'all: Have y'all ever encountered a situation where you're in between a female who interested in you and then her mother who's in her heyday is a part of this heyday theory? Have you ever been like she's trying to get at you while the daughter, but the daughter don't know or anything like that? You ever been in that situation?
No, I ain't never had.
I've been in that situation.
But I've
been in a situation where I knew the mother was flirting with me at least. She know that I'm talking to her daughter, but the mother was flirting. Like I know she was trying to get at me. Like maybe not like being and she's not intense. She's not really intense in her approach, but like little trying to get at your boy. But I like your daughter. Y'all ain't never been in that situation.
It was the opposite. It was the opposite for me. Yeah, I like the daughter, but I like the mama too.
Yes.
I'm flirting with the mama. The mama ain't flirting with me. I'm trying to figure out what her recipe is for that crumb cake.
That too.
I want some crumb cake, Miss Johnson.
Wow. That too.
Yeah, Tiffany's in the middle. I was flattered the TV. Miss Johnson, what's up with this crumb cake you got though?
Yeah, I was flattered the mom was flirting.
What's up with this Sam up? I want some Sam up on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want some Sam up.
I was flattered because the mama was bad. I was considering my options for a second. I shouldn't have been. But I was considering.
Hey, man.
He was sitting there thinking, what he said.
That boy was like, okay.
I'm being real, bro. Like,
my mama old, so she go to sleep early, like so I can't really come at 8.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell him, Tank. Go ahead. What?
Hey, I can't really come at 8 o'clock. Her mama go to sleep early.
Right.
How can I drop this hoe off and then come back to the mama? Let me Google how to do this. Let me Google search how to creep on Mama Johnson.
But yeah, man, the hate there is a bad thing, man.
Yeah,
like, man. You definitely need to.
Yeah, it keeps you stuck.
You definitely need to look
real quick to our Oh, absolutely. To all of our live viewers right now, put a 1 in the chat if you or somebody you know is in their heyday, is in a heyday phase. Just put a 1 in the chat if you know somebody, even if it's you or you don't got to disclose it. Just 1 if you have been in this kind of mindset your heyday, or you know somebody that's really stuck in. Put a 1 in the chat for us, just so we can get a feel of what's going on out here, man. Because y'all know what it is. Shout out to my brothers, but hey, that was funny. That was dope. That was a good topic.
Already there, brother.
Y'all know what time it is now, man. It's time for the Q&A portion of the show, man. This is where you can ask the bros on the panel anything about today's show. You can holler at us about past shows, or if you just got a personal question in general for the bros, man, we welcome any questions. We're gonna be open and honest. We're gonna answer it, and we're gonna get it in. We do have one for the Q&A right now. This is from my man Manimal out in Taiwan. Shout out to you, my brother. What's your opinion on code approach? If you guys are familiar with it, what's code approach?
I think the approach. Yeah, I think the code approach is what he's referring to, I believe. And Manimal, if you still here from Taiwan, let me know. But the code approach is basically the approach where you act like you don't want to. You walk in the room, you like your chick, but you give her the cold shoulder. You act like you don't like her, but you do. Kind of like what women do to us.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Like what women do to us. And so you walk in, you don't give it too much thought or whatever like that. So, you walk in and you say hi to her, she say hi back with her like that, and she seems like she's interested in you with conversation, but then you don't really engage too much into it. You act like you don't like what you do. You know what I'm saying? You do some slick, something like that. Like, something to that effect. I think that's one of the definitions of it.
All right, I got one.
That makes sense.
Code approach is defined as walking up to a complete stranger with no social ties or social trust, and with the intention of romantically or sexually getting involved with them.
Read that again. I was totally
that one more time.
So, cold approach is defined as walking up to a complete stranger with no social ties or social trust, with the intention of getting romantically or sexually involved with them.
That just sounds like introducing yourself and meeting somebody.
That sounds crazy.
I mean, you could take that with Jay's definition in a couple different ways. That could just be somebody just being, being mannerable and being cordial and just, really don't have no intentions. You know what I'm saying?
They got intentions.
Everybody got intentions, but being cordial about it. As far as what Tay said, that's in that sense, that's weird. Like that's some high school shit. Like you don't do that. Now you could be subtle you could be subtle. You could be, you could kind of be strategic in how you approach somebody that you're interested in, but just to like ignore them on purpose and just try to get that whole act like you don't like them, acting like you don't like them, make them like you more. I don't really.
It's kind of taking it. Yeah, because it seemed like it's taking mysteriousness to another extreme level. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not engaging with them to know them. Right. You're engaging with them solely with a purpose. But you're not exposing anything really about you. That's the cold way. That's the cold approach to it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying how my name is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They're all like, hey, want me and you hook up one time? You know what I'm saying? I know you like what you see, so just come and vibe with me real quick. And you ain't saying nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't saying nothing about you and none of that. You just fish luring and with no bait, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm with you there.
The question was, what do we feel about it? What's your opinion on the whole approach?
I'm not with it in that sense.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That sounds like some some crazy extreme sexual fantasy thing that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like some movie that you probably would have watched and probably was enticed because it was like that type of environment. Like, yeah, I probably would have tried that too, the way that ended up. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of those things. But like trying the cold approach in 2023, you know what I mean? It sounds like you need to be arrested. That's what it sounds like. But, I mean,
what? Why?
I'm just saying, like, for you to come completely mysterious. It's okay to be mysterious, though.
Damn, Jay,
to be mysterious on approach, that's wild. Like that's just wild. Like I don't want you. Basically, you're saying I want to get to know you as much as I can without you knowing anything about me. Just extremely for the fact that you like what you see, and for the fact you don't know anything. I'm gonna lure you in with that. That is scary.
And you got to be careful. And you got to be careful because women are out here. Women out here putting dudes on blast just for looking at him. Like he made me feel uncomfortable because he looked at me. Like come on.
Right. But then you got those women that actually would go with that though. You got women that will actually do that because of the fact of like, oh, well, I kind of like him, and he, you know what I'm saying, like, because you know how women know who they're gonna sleep with, right? You know they know, right? Exactly. So when that happens, and you know she looking at this guy like, oh, okay, he'll get it if he talk right, and then he got this whole mysterious thing with him, and he probably gonna just not nonchalant the whole thing, and probably just build the atmosphere by paying for everything to make everything cool, but he ain't gonna know nothing about him. Like there's some women that will actually go along with that, which is completely stupid to me.
Hey, Miss Smiley, dog.
In fact, I believe that, man.
That's a sex addiction problem, dog.
I feel you. It's so weird with that. Like, I think you should. You should talk to somebody and
Say me and you had our eyes glued to that shit. Like,
I was that sounds Listen, hey man,
that sound like,
man said he was 19. Mamo said he was 19, right? Yeah. Listen, man, if you're still watching, listen. That's some prostitute level type of stuff you talk about. All right, I'm gonna keep it a whole bean with you, my boy.
That don't change from west, like the sun. That don't change from west to east, bro.
That don't change from west to east. Yeah, that my boy is straight prostitution level approach you talking about right there. The coldest approach in the world is driving up on the strip and saying, "Hey, how much?" She tell you, she get in the car, y'all go, boom. That's the coldest approach of all time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I agree with Miss Smiley. It sounds like there's a problem there. So if you
you just made that sound real good, Say. I appreciate you for that.
I'm just saying, man.
Hey, every definition I looked up said the same thing.
All I'm saying is that you don't want to waste your time doing that. Cold approach is not good, man. And see, again, this is another red pill thing, man. This red pill community, man, they have hurt and they have helped and hurt some of our young men because again, this is another thing about disconnection that I mentioned. That's a variable. That's a part of the dating process, a part of social process between humans, male and female of the opposite sex. There is a disconnection. We condition ourselves to be disconnected all the time when we serial date, or we have serial relationships. We go like on a relationship spree. It's like, you ever met a woman or a man, they always in a relationship, always, and they give themselves like a good 2 or 3 months, then they get right back into another one, and they just constantly in a relationship over and over. And you're just like, yo, will you sit the fuck down and get yourself together, my boy, my girl? You are out here serial dating. That means you serial slapping skins. Please miss me with the whole I make a man wait. You a lie. You a liar. You don't come at me with that. I know you lying. I know you lying. So you slapping skins. You out here acting a fool because you're disconnected from something. And that's you can. You said what, Jay?
Make them wait like the Secretary of State. A24.
Hey, right. A24, A25, A26.
No A24. Fuck it. A25.
Then you got one in the Secretary of State. You got the security guard. They're like, hey, listen, anybody trying to renew their plate, their insurance, anything like that, follow line right here. Come over here in this line right here. This is only for renewal plates, ma'am. Then you always got some random person coming up to the man like, so what if I need? No. This is for renewing plates. It's for renewing plates. That's no. But I really need to renew my license. Okay, if you need to renew your license, this is a different line. This is for renewing plates. Plates, insurance, registration, anybody on this line here. Thank you. Listen.
That's a serial dater.
That's a serial dater right there that you're talking about. They in that line. They got a line. And if you don't work out, they going somewhere else. And if you don't work out, they going somewhere else. And if that person don't work out, they going somewhere else. Cereal. I ain't talking about frosted flakes. I'm talking about cereal. I ain't talking about no honey bunches of oats. I'm talking about cereal dating.
I'm talking about often Annie.
Often Annie cereal dating.
Like, all over the place, man.
Too much.
Hey, shout out to Madam.
I'm sorry, man. That's real, man, over here.
Yeah, man. Jay, you made Sabrina leave, my boy.
Some people, man. Some people run
their
days like
state. Shout out to Manimal for the Q&A question. We appreciate
you, Manimal, for sure.
Hey, this is why we do this, man. The Q&A portion, like, we actually look forward to that. Like,
yeah,
I love that part of the show because that's when we really get to interact with y'all, man. So we appreciate that. Hey, mail carriers, man. We see the love. We see y'all pouring into us, man. We love and appreciate y'all. We about to get ready to wrap it up, but before we do, man, make sure y'all hit us up on all our platforms, man. Holla at us on Instagram at the Mailroom View. Please hit us up on Facebook at the Mailroom Network, and of course, please like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Mailroom Network, man. As soon as you go to YouTube, as soon as you start typing in The Mail, we starting to come up. So we we building a little bit of traction out here, man. And we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. It's because of y'all. We love and appreciate y'all. Also, if you guys have any topics that you would like to be discussed right here on the Mailroom Show, man, please email us at the mailroom313@yahoo.com. One more time, that is the mailroom313@yahoo.com. And I guarantee whatever topic you put in is gonna be on this show. We can guarantee that. We love and appreciate y'all, man. Fellas, what you got for our people?
Hey, man, I appreciate being back, man. It was a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Busy back in the building.
And I appreciate it, man. And yeah, just to echo what Rob said, man, please subscribe to the channel, man. We trying to build our channel up. We see that the traction is really going towards YouTube. We focusing on that right now. This is where our bread and butter is at the moment. We work hard at this, with production, the sounds, everything you see, the tickers, all that kind of stuff. We work on this, and we work on our topics. We work on a lot of things, man. Shout out to Rollo for holding us down as the moderator, the head of content, that, you know, he sanctions all this stuff that we talk about. So, you know, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Hey, it's just love, man. And make sure y'all share this channel with somebody, man. Share. For real, right? I appreciate it.
Comment, subscribe, and share, man.
That's right. Turn to your left and say Mailroom Network.
Mailroom Network. Mailroom Network.
Share this, man. Tell your neighbor right next to you, man.
Me and Tay thought he was talking about us.
Turn to your neighbor and say the Mailroom Network.
Hey, we love y'all, man. Hey, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday, man. It's a nice day outside, man. Get out there and enjoy yourself, man. Other than that, have a good week. We will see y'all next week. Let's go.
All right.